Peace and blessings, everybody. This is Eyes Wide Open Radio. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Sister Moo.
And Sister Woman is Life.
That's what's up. We are here today on this beautiful Saturday, bringing the vibe, coming correct, making sure people get the information. Today's topic, brothers and sisters, everybody who's listening, everybody who will be listening, is homeschooling. And it is so wonderful to actually have sisters speaking on homeschooling. This is going to be a great show. So, again, this is Sister Moo. I'm very excited about homeschooling. I am a homeschool parent. I have 2 years under my belt independently doing the homeschool thing, and it is wonderful. We definitely want to touch on how to get started. We want to talk on how it can work. So we just going to go ahead and get this thing started. Because I am very, very pumped about the whole topic of homeschooling. So let me just start by saying that this is pretty much going to be general information. As I said before, I am in Maryland, and I believe that rules for homeschooling are different from state to state. And you would be very shocked sometimes and very pleased with the information that you can obtain about the rules and regulations that apply to homeschooling in your particular area. Here in Maryland, the rules are very, very interesting. They're cut out in a format that you do have a few choices. So it's best that wherever you are, you check out what the rules and guidelines are for your area. But this is just a general talk on homeschooling and how to get started. First and foremost, the first thing you want to do is you want to find out what your state's policy is on homeschooling. That is the first thing that you want to do before you start looking at materials and getting organized and what the school isn't or is doing. You want to find out what the state's guidelines are, because they can play a very intricate role in how you get started with your homeschooling program. Some states require, like Maryland requires, that you disenroll your children from the public school system. And it's very interesting because even if your child has not been enrolled in a school actively, you still have to go through the process of disenrolling that child, actually having that child in their public school system in order to actively begin homeschooling under my state regulations, which is a very brief, short process. It takes about 10 minutes tops. You can download the information from online, whatever your public school system guidelines are, and go ahead and fill out the application and either mail it in or you can actually fax it in. So it's very, very easy. And that was pretty much where I started. I started by disenrolling my child in school and going through with the actual process as far as application. And within a week, I received the notification stating that I had successfully done my part and that my child was no longer registered in the Baltimore City school system. But, again, that was just the beginning. After that, there are certain things which you'll learn about your state that you do have to do. One of them is, in our state, is that you choose a curriculum. Now, that could be a curriculum that you buy, or it can be a curriculum that you set up for yourself in your home that involves a voluntary curriculum rubric. Sounds complicated, but it is totally not complicated. Everything is spelled out for you, what your child should have and at what stage they should be having it. And if there are reviews that have to be done in your state, that rubric will tell you exactly what they're looking for so that you know how to stay on point with your state. Now, I know that's a lot to even take in, but once you have made the decision to start the process, these are some of the things that you should definitely be aware of. When I started out, I didn't have anyone in my direct area to contact, and I did have to find out about these steps the hard way. So definitely bringing information to everyone. Sister Woman is Life, I know that the rules are different where you're from.
Yeah, I'm in North Carolina, and North Carolina is pretty one of the more relaxed states. I have a son, he's 4. I'm homeschooling for kindergarten. He's in pre-K now through the Head Start program, and I don't have to report him until he's 7. So I can go about my merry way right now for the next 2 years. I did have a problem where Head Start automatically enrolls everyone for kindergarten. I received the packet. However, I didn't complete the information because we're homeschooling and the Head Start program knows this. So the school he's currently at, the secretary was like, where was my certificate? So I had to re-inform her that I don't have to do a certificate. He has until 7 to have to declare his intent of me homeschooling. So even the school systems are unaware of the state regulations. But it's not too hard. You just have to fill out, I'm the operator, our address where we're living, and it's a simple form, and you send it off to Raleigh, which is our state capital where our education department is at, and they, send you the certificate so you can have it on record. The only thing they require is to keep immunization records or your form saying you're not immunizing on file, and you have to mandate 180 days of school for the school year, for wherever you decide how you're going to do your school year. So that's not too hard. I am going to give one site. This is the Homeschooling Defense Legal Association. It's a general site, but it'll link you to whatever your state site is or other private site, private groups for your state. So it could be like the state will have they'll have the state education sites, plus they'll have, say if your state will have a homeschooling association, they'll have you links to there for other free resources. And that site is www.hsdla.org. I'll give it again at the end of the show. But that right there is, if you really don't know where to go, you have no one to talk to, go there and it'll pull up all the states so you can find out your state's requirements for operating the homeschool, what you have to do, what you don't have to do, and whether or not it's stringent or if it's an easy one. So that's the first thing. And then, like both of us, we are in different homeschooling organizations online through Ning or, Yahoo, just different places. And we build with other people to find out what curriculums are out there, whether or not we're going to have a curriculum. Like me, we're going to be eclectic, mostly unschooling. Since I really don't have to follow anything as long as I keep my records, why not? I'm going to allow my son to, learn what he wants to learn on his own pace. I'm not going to force it. And as long as he takes his state exams when he gets to that age, that's all I'm required to do by the state. So, it's different. Like Sister said, Baltimore is different than North Carolina. So it's more of a state thing. It's not based on your city or your different school systems. So I'm going to let Sister Lou go ahead and go back forth.
All right. For families who are interested in homeschooling, I always say that find out what your state law